Welcome to this tutorial on how to import images into HTML code using Visual Studio Code. But before we proceed, I want to quickly show you how to get your boilerplate on VS Code. All you need to do is to type the exclamatory mark, then select the first option that you see. Boom, we have our boilerplate code. So I want to paste our work to where we got to in the class. So this is where we got to in the class. So now let's proceed to importing our image into our HTML code. So to import our image, the first thing you need to do is to find the image you want to import and save it in the same folder as your HTML file. This is our HTML file, this codebloom.html, and this is the folder, my first project. So we have to put the image inside this folder. So to do that, let's go into our computer PC. So this is my PC. So I saved my image inside the desktop folder. So I'm going to look for the image now. Oh, I'm yet to find them. Okay, these are the images. So I want to put these two images. So I'm going to copy them. Copy and paste inside the HTML folder. The folder is my first project. So this is my first. This is the folder where we input my first project. So we are going to put inside my first project. So let's paste here. Yes. So now let's go back to our VS Code. So this is our VS Code, and these are the images. You can see them. So I saved it as photo. Then the extension is .jpg. Always remember to attach this extension, is very important. Then we can decide to change this extension to png, and you can also rename it to whatever you like. png like this. So I've resaved it, and you can see it, they are inside. Let's collapse this folder and you won't see it anymore. So which means they are inside this my first project folder. So after doing this, the next thing we need to do is to add our image tag to our HTML code. So let's come here to put our image tag. The image tag is denoted by the letter img, like this. img. So this is the image tag. It is a self-closing tag. It does not have a closing tag. It only has an opening tag. So this image tag, it won't function without some extra information. It tells the browser that we are about to display an image. So it needs some extra information for it to perform the task that we want, which is to bring the image into the HTML code. This information that we need to add are the attributes. You might want to question that what are attributes? In HTML, attributes are special words used inside opening tag of an element to control the element's behavior. So this is our opening tag. We are going to put the attributes, and the image tag has two main attributes, which is the src attribute. You say src equal to, then the quotation mark. This is an attribute. Then another attribute is alt equal to, then quotation mark. This src means source. It stands for source. Why this alt, it stands for alternative text. It stands for alternative text. So the source specify the location of the image, while the alt used to specify text that describe the image. The text is displayed when the image can't be loaded. I mean this alt, I'm explaining this alt. The text is displayed when the image can be loaded, or when the image or when the image have fault, maybe the spelling is not correct or something like that, or when the user has turned off images in their browser. It is also used by screen readers to provide information about the image to visually impaired users. So now our source, when we have something that is directly inside this HTML folder, we use the dot slash to locate it. So you see, after writing the dot slash, it brought these options for me. So you pick any of the images that you want. So everything that you put inside the same folder as this HTML file is going to list it here. So we only have two things inside this folder, including this HTML file. So we want to pick this image, this first image, we are picking it. Then the alternative text, let's view it, let's save. What we need to do first is to save, Ctrl S, then view it on our browser. We come here and refresh. So boom, we have our work. So this is the image. The image is too big. The image is too big. So let's put inside here, let's reduce the size. We'll come back to the alternative text. Let's reduce the size with, we can use the width and height attributes. Width equal to quotation mark, then let's give it something like 50 pixel and save. Ctrl S, then we come here to refresh. Then you can see the image here is very small. We can give it 100 pixel to make it bigger. Let's save, then refresh. So you can see it is now bigger. But when we can also use percent instead of pixel. This percent, we say that this is like saying it should take a certain amount. If we put 100%, that means it should take the full width of the screen. But let's use something like 40%, because I don't want it to take the full width of the screen. Then Ctrl S, like this, then we refresh here. So you can see this is taking about 40%. So this remaining side is 60%. Are you getting what I'm saying? So that is why percent is very useful. That is why we use this percent. So for the second image, we can also do same thing. In this image, we can just, in this alternative text, we can just put something like a card, a red and white card, a red and white card with a key. So let's remove one thing from this place. This photo, we change this photo, we remove the O, then the spelling is no longer correct. We don't have something like ufto, something like that. We don't have ufto or ofto like this. We only have photo. So since we don't have that, this image will not display. So instead of the image to display, it will be this alternative text that we will see there. So I've saved it. Then let's refresh it. Now you can see the image is now 40. Since the image is 40, we can now see this, a red and white card with a key. So whenever your image can't load or your image have a problem, this alternative text is what we showed here. So this is that for that. There are other ways of bringing images into your work. You can save it on your desktop. I'm coming. Let me shift this. You can save it on your desktop, then drag it into your work. So let's assume I want to delete this second one. I would delete it. So I've deleted it. So now I want to drag it and bring it into this place. So I will just bring it. I've already saved it. So I'll bring it into my VSCode. So now it's inside my VSCode. You drag it to wherever you want. So now we have it here, you can see it. So since we have it here, let's try to load it and see what happens. So to load it, to bring it to our HTML, we have to repeat this same. I just want to copy this code to make it faster. Control C. So I'm coming. So I'll come here and paste it. So I will change this. I'm coming, please. I will change this photo to, okay, let's put photo. So because we don't have any image again, so I'll change this photo to pic. You see it is pic here. So I want to rename it. I want to change the extension to PNG. It can be JPEG also, as in JPEG like this. So anyone, but your extension is very important. So this one is PNG. I just decided to change it to PNG format. So now we are going to change it to pic. You see it's already showing me .png, but I want to type it instead of picking it. So it's the same thing. So I will save, Control S, then I will refresh. So let's come and see it here. Wow, these are our images. You can see it. Isn't this beautiful? So you can drag also. You can go into the folder to go and save it inside. You can decide to drag it from your desktop into your workspace. You can do it any way you like. So if we save these two things inside a folder, this is something I like. I like putting my images inside a folder. Let's assume I have up to 5 images. I can't put everything. I can't just list everything here. I want them to be together so that when I want to check my work, I know that when I go into this image folder, I will see my images there. Then my code blue, my HTML file is in a separate folder. We can also do that. Let's go into our PC like this. You see, inside PC document, we are inside the folder. Just copy these two, cut it, then create a new folder. I right clicked, then you go to folder to create a new folder, then name that folder images like this. Then go inside the folder and paste it, and paste those two. Then you see we only have images here. So now we only have images inside the same folder as our HTML file. So what we need to do is to locate images first. Let's refresh this thing. Let me save and refresh. Then you will see we can't find our image again. You see the images have gone. So we need to go into, instead of this photo, we don't have photo in the same directory again. So it will be ./images like this, images. See, it's only showing us images, not like before that it was showing us the picture wherever. So this one is images. So after typing images, you put a slash, which means I want to go inside image folder. That slash, after the slash like this, you see it's not showing me anything. So after the slash is going to show, that means we are now inside the image folder. It's going to show us what are the things inside image folder. You see, we can also check it here. You will see it here. You see these two photos are inside this image folder. So now you cannot pick whatever you like. You cannot pick. So let's pick here photo. Here also we do the same thing. We go into our image folder, // then images /pic. So let's save, and you will see that we can now view our images. Control S, then come here and refresh. Do you see that? So understanding how to go into folders too is very important. You can see if we collapse this, we won't see the images and the code image. So I like putting my images in one folder. You can see I went into the image, because the image isn't in the same folder as our HTML folder. That's the reason I put ./